What's up, Internet? We are back with the 100 SMS Game Gear. Finally got it right this time. Collection on the Game Boy Advance. Last time we took a look at Alien Syndrome, that bizarre thing arena, that really odd axe battler, the amazing Baku Baku animals, and Battle Maniacs. This time we're checking out the original Battletoads. On Game Gear, presumably, which terrifies me a little bit because I'm quite familiar with the Game Boy one. And I have, like, PTSD based on it, but, okay. This is really, there's a lot of delay with this. I'm not sure if that's just because of how it's being, like, emulated on this cartridge or what, but, I'm so far thinking you should probably just get the NES version. Or, and I'm gonna regret saying this, you know, the Game Boy version. Don't get the Game Boy version, it was bad. Like, a lot bad. Whoa! Okay. Just gonna try not to get impaled on this elevator thing. There's like a ridiculous amount of slowdown here. It seems fairly visually faithful to the NES version. At least, so there is that. Like, it looks colorful enough that you could almost kind of say it looks kind of like the NES version. Although the audio is nowhere near as good. Now, if you're just joining us for the first time, I am not the biggest fan of Battletoads ever. I said this last time. I have nightmares about the Game Boy version, which is the only Battletoads game I own. I've played the Game Boy, the arcade one on Rare Replay, which was okay, I guess. Bonk. But it's... Okay, I'm trying to eat the flies. Why am I not eating flies? One. There we go. The hitboxes on this are incredibly janky. Whoa. Everything feels like both floaty and slippery at the same time, but I think that's because of the delay more than anything. Oh, let's not jump down. Ugh. Okay, let's try again. Now, I'll point out you can fly. I can't. So hanging out over top of that ravine is just bad form. Ugh. It's also really hard to tell where the platform... Oh, right, I have to kill this guy first. Okay, fine. I'd prefer not to have to, you know, deal with this ravine ever, but... I'm definitely going to say this is probably the worst version of Battletoads I've ever played. I can't tell where that platform begins and ends. I think I'm quite happy saying that's it. Next is Bobble, a game that is... oh, we're playing the SMS version. Good. The better version of the two, I assume. Sing the song if you know it. Do, etc. I like this song. I'm not a big fan of Bobble. I think it's a cute game, but it's a game, for lack of a better term, made by assholes. This is a game you cannot win unless you play two-player, at least the original NES version and arcade version. I'm going to assume that's probably constant with the SMS version. But it's a game that will give you a really catchy soundtrack that will kill you by the end of it, because you'll be hearing it on loop ad nauseum, and I still love the soundtrack. But it's got a ridiculous number of levels, so it's got a lot of gameplay to it if you're into this sort of thing. And, you know, it's a fun game. I mean, there's a lot of games that are kind of like Bobble, but there's really only one Bobble. That said, I do have the NES version, and I think I will stick to that preferably. I still don't really understand the rules to Bobble though. Like, sometimes just random power-ups show up, and I'm not sure what triggers them. And, like, some are just points, others, like, give you power-ups, and it's really inconsistent. I think it's based on how many times you, like, create bubbles and jump on them, I think? But I'm not 100% on that. But again, Bobble's a game made by Taito back in the day when they just wanted to make games like complete jerks. I don't think it's quite as bad as, say, Rainbow Island, but it's... excuse me, it's about as impossible as Rainbow Island. Although, with Bobble, it was impossible on the micro scale. Like, you could beat it, but it required a bunch of nonsense. Whereas that was impossible on a macro scale. Like, or rather the other way around. Like, this one requires one thing to beat, and that is having a second player. Whereas the other requires you to do just stupidly difficult and, like, seemingly impossible, vaguely random things on every level. And that's not good. My introduction to Bubble Bobble is actually the Saturn version, like everything in life. I'm a Saturn guy by trade. And it was from the Bubble Bobble Rainbow Islands collection. And I after this, just go look up the opening to that, because it is like the most unintentionally sinister thing ever. Like, it's bright and colorful, and it's got like all these weird CGI like creatures and stuff. And like there's like this bizarre child laughing in the background, and it's just like morbidly terrifying for no reason. And there's, like I said, there's no reason for it to be half as scary as it is, and yet it absolutely is just weirdly morbid in like the most trying not to be sinister ways imaginable. But I love this song. And by the end of it, I'll hate this song because, seriously, you hear it so much. We got a big point because we popped all the balloons. And there's a yam. I'll grab that and that. Woo! But I think I'll stick to the NES version if that's okay. Okay, so we went there. I really gotta remember which button to press at the end. Okay, next we have Bust a Move, which is, of course, Puzzle Bubble, which is a game I'm less good at. I do appreciate the sort of Kirby 3, like, hand-drawn look they're going for. That's kind of cool. Alright, we'll do one player. From the beginning. Now, if you've never played this game, basically, all those bubbles up there will eventually crash down if we don't do something about it. You make them disappear by throwing a matching color at them, and provided there's, I think, 4, they'll disappear, which is good. And you can chain ones that exist up there with ones that are below it, which can knock off a whole bunch at once. I'm not very good at this game. It's I don't want to say it's like Tetris, because it's really not, but it's one of those sort of falling block vaguely type of things that I'm awful at all of them. It's worth noting, though, and you can go see my review of this, and you absolutely should. There was, I don't want to say it was a sequel, this is by Taito, but it was like kind of a completely different game called Pucci Karat, which was kind of like this meets Breakout, and I love that game with a passion. That game's awesome. That is like the best Bust-A-Move style game I've ever played, I think. Now, I want to say I've never played a proper Bust-A-Move game like back in the day, but that's not true. I rented an N64 one once, and I remember turning it on and watching the opening where like they just cycle through a bunch of characters and their voice clips, and I immediately turned it off and returned it. I didn't even get to play it. It's just like something about this, I just knew this wasn't going to be a game for me. And it's weird because like I like bright, colorful games. That should have been totally down my alley, but I guess subconsciously I just knew this was going to be like one of those, like, well, one of these sort of games that I don't like. Those will go away. Now, I could front load all these, but the problem with doing that is we need a red one, which we actually got, so we're done. Hooray! Okay. I'll do one more. Okay, so we need... Okay. So this is just a precision test. Now the nice thing about Bust-A-Move, at least the versions I have played, is if you lose, you usually get like a visual thing that shows you where your shot will go next. So you can plan your shots a little bit more accurately, and like you can bounce them off the walls a little bit better. So I want purple. Now I'm not sure if the shots you get are actually randomized or not. Wait. I think that would be the shot we need. There we go. Okay, so purple goes there, and purple goes there. But if they are randomized, I know they stop giving you ones that you no longer have on the board, which is good. That means that you can at least, you know, stop having to worry about random other colors you don't need anymore. Alright, this will be the last one. But I think I know what this one does. Okay, so we gotta go boop. Yeah. Then drop those. So now we just gotta get that one. There we go. I'm better at this than I thought I was. Okay. I think restart takes us back. Okay, so number 4 is Castle of Illusion. This is, of course, a Disney game, which means I'm probably going to get sued into the dirt for having any footage of this. Awesome. Actually, what's really interesting is my Cool Boy videos, which have been up for a very long time now. Some of them, like, well over a year. Just today, I got a copyright claim from a record company for some reason. It was the weirdest thing ever. And, of course, it's something that I can't really contest or anything, because, you know, it's a big corporation. They'll just say no, and I'll get a flag, so I can't deal with that, which sucks. It's nice Nintendo's, at least, getting more behind letting you use their stuff without suing into the dirt. I'd like to go in here, please. There we go. Okay, I will say, go stop. There is a lot of slide to this, which is not good. Okay, I remember there being an attack version. Okay, so it's like Hebereke, I think. I have to press down while I jump sometimes? Oh, it's... okay, I see. It's button 1, then button 2. Okay, I got it. Now, I'm more familiar with Castle Illusion on the Mega Drive. I played it once when it was temporarily available on PSN for free. And I had fun with that, actually. Makes me want to get, like, an actual proper Mega Drive copy. Okay, we got an M. M for money, or Mickey, or something. Can I pick it up? Okay. So where does this go? Oh, okay, that's a weapon? Noted. Come on, pick it up. Not gonna lie. Oh! I like the, what is it? The Magical Quest games more, I think. Honestly. But this game seems okay. I mean, it's going to be completely obvious, and I've said this about basically everything else, but the 16-bit version is going to be better. Obviously, but... I mean, I remember the song off this just being better, but of course that's more powerful hardware. This seems decent. I'm not sure how faithful it is to the 16-bit version, of course. Boink. Oh! Dead. And I can't get very far in it. But I am on a time limit today, so let's move on to what should be the last one, which will be Choplifter. Now, I believe this cart was where I started playing Choplifter, actually, and I got really, really into it. This is a fun little game. It's a side-scrolling shooter, kinda? It's a weird game. You have to fly around, store stuff on the ground, rescue POWs. Whoa, let's not get killed. I didn't say I was good at this game, okay? But the idea is that you have to go to various places, rescue POWs, and then head back to base. And that's how Choplifter works. Oh, you gotta be uncomfortably close to the side of the screen to scroll that, though. Whoa! Take that, airplane. Whoa, okay, now I gotta rescue these guys. And hopefully we won't get killed. Because I think you can get killed while waiting. Yep. Let's not get killed if we can help it. Oh! It's a nice risk-reward. It's like you can hang around and get more points, or you can, you know, die. I'm not super familiar with Choplifter, but I did start playing it on this cartridge, and I quite enjoy it. Even if I can't get very far. Game over. I'll play one more time. That was short. But I think Choplifter is a pretty solid game, all things considered. And you can get it on a lot of consoles. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's an HD version on like the PS3 and Xbox 360. I think that was one of those weird games you had to import, and then like through demand, eventually they released like a digital version available everywhere. I'm not sure how faithful it is to the original, mind you, but as I've never played it, but Now, hopefully that tank guy doesn't show up and ruin lives. He's about to. Oh! It's okay. Oh, it's not okay. I was about to say, it's okay, guys. We got this. We don't got this. And there doesn't... Oh, maybe you can take it out with the bomb drop. We'll have to try that. Okay. Plan. Let's not die, and let's test this, because I'm mostly curious, because it's been a while since I've played Choplifter. Now, if I recall, in other versions, you could actually go to the other... I'm dead again. You could go to the right as well as the left. And, like, the world looped over itself after a while. If I recall. We'll play one more time. Okay, player 1, start. I gotta admit, this is a fun game. It's not what I'm good at, and it's weird they start you off facing backwards, but they won't let you go that way. But of course, rescuing the POWs is tricky, because not only do you have to, like, destroy the place... Hold on. Come on. I don't know why that didn't blow the place up. Okay. There we go. Made the hitbox just a little bit. So where is the guy? Now the nice thing is if I sit like this, my hitbox is actually significantly smaller. Hold on. Ah, we can't actually destroy them. Oh, but I killed one of the guys. Sorry, guys. Alright, let's get out of here. Get back to base. I want to rescue at least someone. And prove I'm not 100% completely inept. Just, you know, mostly inept. Okay. Now we're going to do it sideways to look stylish. There's a bit of slip in the controls, and I don't like that. But there's some points for our chopliftering. And fortunately, people don't show up to kill you right now. Oh, and they're waving because they're so happy we saved them. You're welcome, guys. Now more points. But Choplifter, it's a very simple game, but it's a really fun game. I gotta admit, I'm kind of surprised I hadn't played this until like last year, because I'd heard about Choplifter on like any number of consoles, really. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Ah, poop. Okay, well, I think we get what Choplifter's all about. And that will be the next 5 games. So what do I think of them? Battletoads is not good. Like, I don't like Battletoads typically, but this is... I don't know if it's just this cartridge version of it, or like just the Game Gear version in general. It is choppy, it is slow, everything is floaty and inaccurate, and it feels slippery. It's bad in pretty much all regards. Bobble. It's Bobble. It's got a great soundtrack, but... it's not a great game if you actually want to see a proper ending, because you're not going to get one. But it's a fun arcade game, and if you're into that, you're definitely going to enjoy it. Excuse me. Got the hiccups now. Bust a Move. It's Bobble if it turned into, like, kind of vaguely Tetris, sorta. It's, I like it, but I'm not good at it. Okay, that's not true. I don't like it all that much, but honestly, playing it here gave me a bit of more of a respect for it. That said... still prefer Poochie Karat, which is a combination of other games I also don't like, and yet somehow is awesome. Again, got a review, go check it out. Castle of Illusion, I'm a bit underwhelmed with it. Like, I was having fun with it, but honestly, I've played the Genesis version, I think that's infinitely better, but it seems okay. The music was at least decent, and the color was good, but there's better ways to play this game. And Choplifter is just great. I'm awful at it, but it is great. Based on these past 5 games, would I recommend this cartridge? Yes. Skip Battletoads, but the rest are decent enough. Like, Castle of Illusion's decent, but the other 3 are great. And honestly, I think that's worth this cartridge as well. And I mean, again, going back to last episode, Baku Baku Animal totally makes this already a worthwhile purchase. Anyway, come back next time when we take a look at Columns. Oh, dear Lord, I'm doomed. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, subscribe to the show to see more, because we're going to be putting one of these out every week. You might also want to check out my Twitch channel, because I stream every single day, all sorts of stuff, usually Animal Crossing, but I've got other stuff I'm planning to do. Plus, I streamed one of these as well, as a special little introductory thing, so they got to see this first, so there's reason to go there too. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability. Also, I get to afford food, and also more multi-carts, which is kind of nice. Plus, because you support the show, you'll get yourself on the Discord where you get to vote on our next multi-cart, and I've got some really, really good ones lined up, so look forward to that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this other episode of Pirate Booty, looking at the 100-in-1 SMS Game Gear multi-cart on the Game Boy Advance, as Columns is very, very plingy in the background. A game that uses the word Mega, but has no Mega Drive games on it, go figure. And I will see you next time, where we're going to take a look at Columns, and I'm going to suck at Columns because I'm awful at it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, Internet.